Good morning from San Diego International Airport. Megan's on her way to Cleveland, Ohio for the holidays. Just dropped her off and we're at 199,985. It's time to go hit a milestone. The latest high-rise downtown here is Pacific Gate. It's the one with the weird looking roof line right there. It's a beautiful building though. Very expensive, as you can imagine. There's where the flagship cruises depart from, and the USS Midway has been here for many years. Aircraft carrier, World War II, late World War II vintage. And statue of the Kissers over there. Well, there's no traffic out here at 6:40 on Saturday morning. This is kind of a cool time to explore a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna pull in this parking lot here and get, assuming I don't have to pay or ticket, I don't, and get a closer look at that statue, because that's the iconic, you know, sailor home from World War II, Manhattan picture. So usually this is packed, but at this hour, I think I could pull right up in front of it. Oh man, we are about there. I haven't been paying attention closely enough to see exactly when that switched over to 99. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of zeros now. Weird. None of us know what it is, but it's got an LS motor, a gated manual. Beautiful paint. It's what?
It's Factory 5 kit car.
What's Factory 5?
They make like kit car Cobras.
Oh. Well, it's a beautifully done build. Really nice paint. I don't think it's seen many track miles, judging by the stellar condition. Steering wheel comes off. And nobody's around the Carrera GT, which is, of course, a pretty neat Porsche V10 6-speed up on the dashboard. Lots of cool stuff today. That is a pretty car. 300 SL with old as hell California license plates. It's got a 993. Oh, that exact one? Is he still doing those?
No.
I love these mountains through here. This is just east of Rancho Santa Fe. There's a dam over there. I think this is Lake Hodges. And we're kind of headed over to Escondido. I've got Nate behind me in the M-Poomph. And it's just beautiful. It's only 65 degrees, but I've got some windows down, ditched the jacket. These are what Saturdays are for. And then there was a convoy. We got Nate, Hassan came down. We've been hanging out up at the shop for a little while, playing with the lifts. I got my shifter fixed. That's done. And now we're gonna take a lovely drive through Del Mar, or through Rancho Santa Fe over to Del Mar for dinner. It legitimately looks like GTA. Look at that. Should I say GTA legitimately looks like Southern California in design. Absolutely beautiful coming into Rancho from the east. I think this was Valley Parkway in Escondido. Turns into this. Beautiful. And we've made it to Land's End. Just came into Solana Beach and Del Mar, kind of right on the line over here at the racetrack and fairgrounds. And as I showed you a minute ago, it's an unbelievable sunset. Really just, good God, I love living here. Hey, long day here today. Up early, watched the sunrise behind the skyline this morning, and now, I don't know, 9:45, 10 o'clock at night. Busy day, got a ton done, had a lot of fun, drove over 100 miles today, that was great. Drove Megan down to the airport, dropped her off, her flights were on time. As far as I know, she flew from San Diego to Chicago on United, and she was going to have a 4-hour layover in Chicago. That turned into like 2 hours. She found an earlier flight, they had room, put her on standby, and she got on that flight. So got to Cleveland a couple hours earlier, back home for the holidays. I came back after I dropped her off. Well, I drove around downtown, Coronado, Gaslamp Quarter. Where else did I go? I don't know. Harbor Island. I drove around, hit 200. That seems like days ago. Hit my 200 mark. Came back here for a bit, did some mail. Then Nate came down from Orange County, went to Rancho Santa Fe, met him, saw some sweet stuff. We went to Broken Yoke in Escondido for brunch. Then we headed up to the shop. And first car on the lift ever was mine. That was a little nerve-wracking, but everything was great. Lift was super solid. And I replaced that shifter cup inside that had broken or failed and was allowing the shifter to completely pull up and out of the shifter carrier. So now that I've got the new shifter in there, it's nice and tight. Shifter stays where it's supposed to be. So that's done, and big thanks to Nate for helping me out on that. He did a lot of the labor. Not that it was labor intensive, but you had to reach up on top of the hot drive shaft, take the DSSR off of the selecting rod, all that stuff. So that's complete. Hassan came down. That was a fun surprise. I didn't know if he was going to make it or not. And we ended up putting Nate's car on the lift. He wanted to check out his underneath since he had never seen it, since he just recently bought it. And then we had Hassan's up there, and we're polishing mufflers, all this nerdy crap. It was fun. Then from there we headed over to Del Mar, took the beautiful road. I don't remember which one it was, but went through Rancho Santa Fe and Lake Hodges, or whatever the reservoir is. Got over to Enfuego, had a great dinner. Nate left from there back up to Orange County. Hassan came back here. We've been hanging out for a couple hours. I was just on the phone with my dad. Now I'm wrapping up, putting away today's tools that I brought up to the shop, and I'm going to head to bed. Tomorrow's the last full day here. It's going to be a busy one. I need to mow the lawn here. I need to take my M5 up to the shop, clean it up, everything. It is filthy by my standards. There's just a coating of dust on everything. It was outside 2 nights, so it condensed, and anything that was on the paint is like gelatinous now. The wheels are filthy. I haven't cleaned them in weeks. So it's going to be a full detail tomorrow, complete with vacuum and all that. Then I'm going to bring the F10 back here, so it's here when my dad gets back from Vegas. Then I've got to pack. I mentioned the lawn. And then Monday is going to be a horribly early morning. I have to get up about 4:30 in the morning on Monday and Uber down to the airport and fly all day. And I get to go to New York City and spend 4 hours in Newark, the worst airport in the country. So that's going to suck. But we'll make the best of it. Can't wait to see everybody when I get back to Ohio land. So with that, I'm going to go to bed, sleep. We'll talk tomorrow, Sunday. Good night.